Greetings everyone, my name is Ava. For those of you who are new here, welcome. This is a channel where we talk with DiYeena the Pleadian and we ask her questions and we get advice. And today we have a question from one of our viewers named Scott, and I'm going to go ahead and read this question because I thought it was just so well worded. He says, a lot of us are discovering that we are so much more than these physical bodies, and there seems to be a drive to spiritually evolve quickly. But if we are infinite, immortal light beings, what's the rush? Haven't we got all of eternity? Great question. So I am going to zip my lips and let DiYeena come in and give the answer here. So here we go. Greetings, light beings on the planet Earth. This is DiYeena, and we are here from the Pleadian family. And we like to say we come to bring the love. You see, we come to bring the love. And our job here, as far as from our perspective here, is to help you all remember the love, you see. So what a good question from Scott here about aren't we only the infinite, and how do we relate to the time, and how do we what are we actually experiencing in these physical forms if we are feeling this need to hurry it up, like we don't have all day, you see. And it is really fascinating, you see, because with the identity that you are in, you have this very fixed view of time and space, you see. It feels very real to you. It feels very real, you see, the time. And it is stretching out, and some of you are really feeling these little wormholes of more the truth, where you're like, this time thing I'm not so sure about. I really thought it was yesterday, all day today, or has it really been that long? Or really, it's all the time it was. We're having these experiences of the time feeling a little bit mixed up. And we just do not know where the time went, or how it is possible that we are experiencing time in this way. So we can say that there are movements of frequency that are allowing this shift in perception. So as you evolve, the perception of reality begins to shift so that you are experiencing more of your multidimensionality. And so the layers of experience around this fixed version of time in this linear form get blown out into the water, you see. Just like that, poof. And you say, oh, that is not actually reality in the full capacity, you see. It is a version. We do not want to discount everything you're experiencing because it is real. There is a version where it is real, very real. So we want to say it is real and there is more. So it is never an either or in your world or in any of the worlds. It's never an either or. And this goes with any advice you hear as well from anyone. It is never an either or. It is always an and. Always think of anything that you receive as an expansion, you see, because it is part of creation. So from that perspective, it has truth to it, even if it does not fit with your truth, you see. So we just feel into what is right for us, for our makeup, for what we are here for what is our role, you see, and then we can move on from there. And that helps with your missions, you see. And so why are you feeling all of a sudden like we got to do the mission now? We got to do the mission today. Or something is going to happen, or nothing is going to happen, and we don't even want to think about that version, you see. So we are really looking at this way that how does time work? How do we really relate with the time, and how do we really relate with what is this impulse, first of all, that we are experiencing? So many light workers on the planet right now are experiencing this feeling of urgency around the waking up, you see, around the urgency, around the helping the others, around the getting the mission done, around whatever it is personally for you, or you're tapping into the collective energies as well. So let me explain a little bit, you see, because this is also happening intergalactically as well. It's not just here on the Earth. Many beings from all over are coming here right now, both in just like sitting back with the popcorn watching the show, and then others are on the planet in the physical bodies, you see. We're joking about the popcorn, but you get the idea, right? We are really here to see how it turns out, to see what are the humans going to do today, what choices are they going to make, you see. So from that perspective, you have lots and lots of people cheering you on, like a stadium full of the intergalactic beings, all rooting for you, you see. And so you have, in that way, we pray that you feel in your heart that you are never alone. Even when you feel you are not understood, you are never alone. You will always have so many people in the non-physical reality that got your back, you see, as you would say. We understand you. So just keep that in mind as we're talking about this, you see. So there are many, so what we are experiencing here on the planet Earth is an opportunity. There is I'm going to use a little bit of a pun, a timely opportunity, you see. So we have to be able to hold the polarity of consciousness in this discussion, because it does not make sense in the mind, because your time of linear equation of the mind, how you view time, is really limited, you see, in the capacity of its full understanding, because in reality, everything is always happening in the now. Always, you see. There is never this backwards and forwards and up and down. It's very much always here. Always, you see. So in the more dense vibrations, you have a different experience where it feels like there is a past and there is a present and there is a future, and we can make it all make sense in the mind, you see. So as we hold the polarity of the conversation, it is not so much just the mind, you see. So what is really going on is this constant breath and life of consciousness, you see, that is us choosing the new experience in every moment. But what is happening, if you want to look at it from, and again, the linear perspective is not quite so accurate, but we're going to play on that in that realm just for amusement, for entertainment's sake, you see. So what we're really looking at is the opportunity in terms of an energetic capacity for change, for shift, for a new experience of consciousness, you see. And so many fractals of consciousness are affected by this choice, you see. And so we are really playing with all the opportunities that humans have in this moment for supporting this shift, you see. So what we're really looking at is it's just an opportunity to raise the vibration on the planet, you see. Everybody is feeling it, you see. It's an opportunity. And so you have many galactic beings supporting that opportunity and hoping that the humans make positive choices, you see, so that it helps to elevate the consciousness overall, because it is just a much more pleasant experience. Why not have it that way, you see? We're not to undermine all the other options that consciousness also chooses at times to have the different experiences. And over time, as you have those experiences, you say, okay, for some reason that did not feel so great, we're going to try it a new way. And we like to tend to gravitate more toward the ones that feel the good, you see. So over time, this is the way that the consciousness evolves and expands. It's this expansion back into the love, you see. So it is a cycle. It is a cycle of into the no thing, you see, back into the no thing, you see, prior to all, and then back into all. And so it is just the play of consciousness. It's just the natural breath in the natural way that consciousness moves, you see. It is very simple. So we are at this point now where consciousness is at the top of the breath, so to speak, where there is the most energy, and we can really take it and blast all the consciousness of love into the universe and change the vibration of the entire cosmos into a frequency of higher moments and modes of love, you see. This is the opportunity. So this is why you're feeling the intensity of the yearning to act now, you see. But it is not so complicated in that there is no. It's not so much that there's going to be such negative consequences, you see. If this is not the way, you see, because again we are timeless, right? We are timeless beings. So yes, your consciousness is constantly moving and shaking and doing all the things. So there is nothing. There is no urgency in that way, you see. And to be okay with whatever form consciousness takes, you see. That is the key. So it is really, how do we really be not only at peace and okay, but really in the awe of the beauty and the love and the all of it, when we can experience consciousness in all the facets, you see. And we understand, some of you are like, well, how do we see the love in this example? You know, give me the worst example you can possibly think of that you've experienced on the 3D, and we know that there are some very terrible things, you see. But it is, you have to understand that these are chosen facets of the consciousness, you see. Because it is polarity. So it was coming from the love at one point, and then wanted to split to experience the polarity, well, then it has to experience the full range, you see. It is all. And we do not need to judge it. We not to say, oh, that is so bad, you see. We do not need to go there, because it is simply part of the breath of consciousness, you see. And souls choose, you see. They choose what part of the consciousness they want to do. Do we want to go do the earth game today? Do we want to hang out and eat the popcorn and cheer them on, you see? So we make the choices that we make, you see. And some souls choose over and over the same, you see, to be more the helpers. And others choose to be more the ones on the ground, you see, getting dirty in the mud, you see. So we just have to honor all of the roles of consciousness, you see, and not be too attached to the egoic ways that the shells that we come in with, that we are going to learn it all through and see it all through, you see. Can we go a little bit beyond that and remember the bigger picture? So, but it's a little bit of a flavor. So I know we kind of touched on a lot of we kind of popcorned around. We're liking the popcorn analogy today. We popcorned around a little bit and left a little bit of flavors of many different things just hidden in all of these little places, little gems for you also. We hope that this is very helpful for you to realize, yes, there is an opportunity in the galactic energetic right now, where there is an expansion, where there's an opportunity to just blast all the love, you see. And if it is not in this moment, it is okay, because it is always happening. It is only one fractal of one aspect of consciousness, you see. There are many other fractals and many other worlds and many other dimensions that are happening simultaneously, that are maybe not experiencing the urgency quite in the same way as this particular fractal, you see, this particular version, you see. So it is simply the action step that you take is you simply move with the energy, you see. You move with the energy, you move from love. You feel into the heart, you feel, where is love pulling me today? Where am I feeling pulled into the love? And from that comes the right actions, you see. When you're moving from the love, the right actions will follow. So you will never feel like you're just on the couch being fat and lazy. If you are feeling in the love, you are probably going to want to do something about it. You're probably going to want to see somebody, or you're probably going to want to walk down the road and see who is the first person that you can help on the street, you see. This is the natural expression of love, you see, is to expand and to share the love, you see. So all you have to do is start with the love and allow the rest to unfold, and trust that you are always guided to where you need to be in every moment. And you do not need to question that. You do not need to question that. You are always being guided by the love. So trust that you can be guided in the love, and trust that you can really call on your guides, call on your support teams, because there are so many available. So you simply can develop your relationship with simply by the asking, like a prayer, you see. Because what happens, we're getting very off topic. Ava's going to be like, we got to rein you in, DiYeena, from the YouTube. You see, this is how a YouTube works. And she's going to say something like a linear time thing, like you have to stick within this many, what do you call them, like hours or minutes or seconds, something like that. Like you have to be in this amount of it, you see, of the time. We are going to laugh at that a little bit, you see, because we don't quite operate like that. And we like to play too. We like to play very much. The Pleiadians like to play. So we enjoy the play, you see, because we were going on another track, but I'm going to stop on that one. And maybe somebody can remind me what that one was all about, because we get excited sometimes and we forget. So we were going to talk about the play, because in the play, we're going to talk about this one a lot over the time, because this is the secret. One of the secrets to the whole life is in the play. Because in the play, you stretch the time. You stretch the time. So we're going to leave it a little bit like a cliffhanger with that, because you think about that one. What happens when you are allowed or able to stretch time? Stretching the time. So in the essence of the play is the key piece, and this actually does tie in more with everything we were talking about. So we will say, good job, we'll pat the back, you see, and say this was good, because it taps you into more of a truth of the reality when you are in the essence of play, because you tap into the timelessness. Think about as a child when you are playing and all of a sudden the sun is setting and it's getting dark and you do not know where the day went, you see. This is the timelessness. And that it is a importance to it, you see. So this is where we are going to pause on this one and just let it marinate, you see, because there's many more times to come back and to unravel some of these discussion topics, you see. So we thank you for the question. We thank you for your dedication to this work and to the planet and to the love, and to know that we are always here with you. And we thank you for doing all the good work. We love you so very much. We'll see you soon. Well, I just trust that message just was exactly what you needed to hear today. And if you like that, please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications, share this with a friend. And we are feeling so much energy right now. We can't wait to see you next time.